Hey guys, this is Max from MHS Prod, and today we will see how to jump from Substance Painter to Octane Render. I've made a French video about this workflow and some guys asked me to do an English version of this one. So today we will see how to import all our great maps from Substance to Octane, and I think that's a really great way to have the best textures because I love the look you can get into Substance, and I was a bit sad that it was hard to import it into Octane even with Substance PBR material into the Octane library. And I found on the internet really great tutorials by Raphael Rowe, which is a really nice artist making some tutorials on the A-Design channel. And he have made a great video on Learn Squared, talking with Ashtorp. So I invite you to join this channel and you will learn great stuff. And if you like Substance and Octane, I invite you to watch this video. And Raphael shared some tips to improve your Substance look to Octane. So sorry for my English too, I'm French, so sometimes I can make a little bit of mistake, but as a lot of guys ask me to do English tutorials, I try to do my best to give you the tips in English. So if you're new to this channel, you can subscribe and you will see that some content is in French and in English. You have this in the upper right. You can join us too on Facebook on the page Motion Designers Community. You will find great renders and inspiration, and you can submit your renders by sending a message. And you can also join us on Instagram. Really great inspiration every day, and you can submit your renders too by sending them using the hashtag MD community. And every day you will have great inspiration from underground artists to well-known artists. So feel free to join this to have a nice inspiration. And you can also join us on MHS Prod on Instagram. So we are two guys working at the moment at MHS Prod, and today I will use a mesh created by my mate Sylvain, who makes some tutorials on the channel too. So hope you will enjoy this video and hope you will enjoy all tips. So we will use Octane Render and we will try to achieve that great look. So I will disable my head and we will be able to start. So as you see, that's really great texturing with a lot of details. You have some different level of roughness. We have all the details coming from the normal maps. We have the difference between the materials, and it looks really great. And I'm a huge lover of Substance Painter, and I was really happy to discover this kind of new workflow because it works great and you can have really great looks. So let's close C4D and let's jump into Octane. So sorry for the French. Now you have the I don't know to say bannière in English now. So you can join the MD community and find all links below. So I just changed it from French to English, and now I'm happy, so we can jump into Substance Painter. So I apologize for all the mistakes I can made in English, but I think you will understand, and if you're not so comfortable, just follow my mouse. So let's click on a new file. Let's select the PBR metallic roughness template. You can select HQ or basic. Let's take OpenGL normal map to match from Octane, and I will select a mesh and I will import this sculpt by my friend Sylvain. As you see, he's made a really quick UV texture with, I think he made that in ZBrush with automatic UV master. So you need to have UV to use Substance Painter, and you probably know that. And to have a great use of Substance, you need to bake your maps. So let's go to Bake Textures, and I will stay at this res for the tutorial, but you can increase the resolution if you need to have best results. And I love how fast it is, because I'm using Substance from a moment. I started with version 1, and it's new to bake texture into Substance, and from every version it's become faster. So I love all the improvements about this workflow, because I must say that the first Substance was really nice, but a bit a pain to use sometimes. And now with the new versions, they've made something really nice, and I really enjoy. So now I will go very fast, because this is like an import-export tutorial, and not really a Substance texture tutorial. So I will just drop some smart materials and do really basic stuff just to get the look. So I will take the steel wear weapon, and okay, I'm happy with that, and just probably drop like in my French tutorial some gold material. You can do many things, and you can change some stuff if you want to have different things, but I will stay simple for this tutorial. So I will just add a black mask. Let me know in the comment if you like to see some advanced Substance tutorials. We've made some stuff with Substance, like the texturing of this small spaceship. So if you want to have more Substance tutorial, feel free to tell us. But I think on the web you can find people by far better than us. So I don't know if it's really helpful for you. And I will go into my alpha and take a quick random alpha. Let's take the double triangles and increase my mouse. Just to not to do a texture, but it's to show you into C4D how you can have the difference between one and another material into one layer, and how great it works with all the different colors. And if you want, you can add more details, you can add generators and things like that. But I think we're okay, and we'll just export our maps, so you can jump in better resolution if you need to. I think the more res you have, the more happy you will be. It's I love it. Really nice. So that's a nice texture, I guess. And to export it, you need to export 4 channels. You need to have a base color, a normal map, a roughness, and a metallic. So just these 4 maps will be okay. Base color, normal map, roughness, and metallic. For metallic material. For specular material it will be different, but I will probably cover this subject later. So this 8 map and specular map is a bit non-useful. So let's jump. Let's go File. Let's go to Export Textures. Let's go to, or I will say into PNG, but you can take TIFF. You will have more infos. I will stay at that res, and I will, for the tutorial, to show you that it works really great. And do not make something with my old stuff. I will create a new thing, add tutorial, jump into it, select the folder, and as you see, I will go to Octane, export. So normal base, Octane, base color. I think specular is not useful, but I keep it for sometimes. Normal, roughness, metallic. To add a map, it's really easy. You can create a new configuration, and to add a map, that's really cool. Just choose new create, for example, RGB, and just move it here. Just choose if it's RGB or not. And I think sometimes emissive can be great, so I will keep it. And just add some infos like mesh, texture set, and add the name you want, emissive. And I think that's okay. And that's the only thing you need. So if you do not have any Octane configuration, it will be really easy for you to add a new one. Don't be afraid of that. And that's okay. Let's jump into my export and let's click export. So it will take very few time. I think that's really fast now. That's why I love Substance. The workflow is nice, and I love Octane texturing. You can do a lot of things, but for some model I love to use Substance because I'm really happy with it, and it's already finished into 4K export and, with normal map and all stuff, and that's fucking great. So let's move back into C4D. Let's close. Let's create a new scene. Let's take my mesh. Let's copy it. Let's delete the old material. So we have our new virgin head. And I can show you that we have the UVs if you select UVs, so that's okay. We will be able to have a great texturing. Let's go back here. Let's delete that. Let's go to Octane. Let's click here to have a render. And I will make some changes. So jump into paste tracing. Let's go to less samples. I will keep a huge specular depth. I will clump the light. I will keep it like that. Adaptive sampling. Camera imager. Let's jump to 2.2 gamma and linear workspace to have the perfect matching between Substance and Octane Render. And I will go to 0.5 pixel removal, and that's okay for me. So right click, create material, glossy material, and I will save it like at the moment, to if we have some crash, because sometimes it crash. Let's go to the node editor, and it's going to be really easy. I will take my textures, so add tutorial, and I will drag and drop it into the different channels. So let's take the normal, and it's really easy to plug because the normal goes to normal. Let's take the roughness, and it's really easy because the roughness goes to the roughness. And then it's a bit more tricky, so thanks to Raphael for this great workflow tip. So you have your base color, and you have your metallic. Now you will add two mixed materials, two mixed texture, sorry, not mixed material, but mixed texture. One to the diffuse and another to the specular. You have the metallic into the amount of both. You have the image texture there, and you can add a slider with a float texture there to control the amount. So put it to 0 at the moment. So that's okay. Now you will add a fall off to the first texture to have this kind of Fresnel effects, and you will add, that's the most tricky part, you will add a gradient into complex mode. Go there. You will add another fall off map into the input. The start will be the color map, and the end will be another float texture. So that's the most tricky part. I think everyone on the web by yourself will be able to find all that, even the fall off map tricks for the specular, but this improvement about the workflow with the gradient into the texture too was really great. And last thing to do is go to Octane Glossy Material and just put the index by 1. And now if I close this, I've my really great texture. So not so cool at the moment because I do not have a sky. So let's jump to HDRI environment and let's add a sky with for example power of 4, more gamma, and you already see that it works well. But I will load another map and I will take this one randomly. That's too dark. Let's take this one. So that's okay. You see that it works well, and you have all the great details of the texture with all the difference of roughness. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you liked it. And if you want to have more normal details, you can tweak it by yourself into the channels, and I think you will make really great stuff now with all this kind of tricks. So 3 is too big, but that's really nice, and you will have amazing textures into Octane Render, and I love the way it works. So enjoy and have great texturing sessions. So see you next time, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We also have a channel motion designers with all the best renders of the community. So you will find it there, and just subscribe because you have really great renders. And if you do great renders too, you can send it to the motion designers page and join us. And I also have Behance. I don't know why this tab is open, but I never go on Behance, but if you want to join too, you can join me there. So thanks a lot for following this tutorial. I hope it was not too long and that you learn some stuff, really cool stuff. And again, subscribe to the Learn Square channel. You will learn a lot of cool workflow tips and try by yourself stuff experiment and do things. So see you guys next time, and let me know in the comments if you want what kind of tutorials you want to see, and if you like this video, just put a thumbs up.